Okay, we're off. 8:40 in my start time. I wanted to be 8 o'clock. Had a bagel, cup of coffee, grabbed a banana and some clementines to take with me, and we are getting ready to leave Cumberland. Just gotta find my way back to the trail. It's right down here. So, whew. Now, once again, a hotel doesn't let you take your bike into your room. So I had to unpack everything onto one of those carts that hotels have and put the bike in a secure closet. At least it was supposed to be secure. When I came down to get it this morning, another bizarre thing, there was no checkout person there. It was a video, not a video, but a live video from somebody sitting someplace for Ramada. And he checked me out. And then I said I needed the door unlocked. And he said that it was unlocked. So I checked it. It didn't seem to be unlocked to me. And I said, I need somebody to open it up. So a woman came who, looked like housekeeping, and in fact, the door was unlocked. But then I had to pack the bag. That's what's really taken me so long. And here we are. Where is this circle? Let's go to the circle. All right, we're ready to head off. I'm actually going the direction behind me onto the C&O Canal, or the C&O towpath. Here's the marker. All right. Morning. So I checked the website for the C&O Canal conditions and didn't see any mention of the fallen tree. So perhaps they've gotten it cut up and removed, I hope. There's the Fairfield Inn that everybody talks about, the old barge. So that sucker really did take up the whole width of the canal. They're pretty big. So I guess they could carry a lot of stuff. Morning. Here we go. Potomac River on my right. Except for some industrial stuff, it's really pretty landscape. When you get out of the city limits, it gets nicer. Now we're out of the industrial area of a city. I think we're probably certainly still in the Cumberland area, but we're on a trail that's more like what we like. After my stay at the Cumberland Inn and Spa, where I had a bathroom across the hall, it actually turns out it was a good deal. I think it was like $89 or something like that. The tax, it was maybe around $100. Morning. And but I'd already, before I really discovered about the bathroom, I'd already made reservations at the Ramada Inn, looking for someplace else to stay that wasn't over the top expensive, or expensive for my budget for this trip. Everybody suggests the Fairfield Inn, which is, I'm sure, great, and there apparently you can take your bike into your room, which is certainly an advantage. It's a pain in the neck to unload your bike, take that to your room, and then store your bike someplace else. And that was what I had to do in the Inn and Spa, and had to go up a lot of stairs, no elevator. It really was just a house that had been converted into an inn, if you will. But when I was having dinner Thursday night at the Baltimore Street Grill, which I highly recommend, and I sat at the bar, and I got chatting with the bartender who had actually used to work at the Cumberland Inn and Spa, and I mentioned the Ramada, and I said, that's less expensive than the Fairfield. I said, yeah, you get what you pay for. So that brings me to my mini review of the Ramada. It is a hotel that is past its prime. A lot of things unfixed. One elevator was out, the bulb in a light, the bulb for the sixth floor in the elevator that did work was out. And it just was not an upscale look. The room, however, was very clean, very nice, and I think the total cost of that is going to be $100. So can't complain about that. And there was the typical continental kind of breakfast thing where you could have cereal and the works. I just had a bagel with cream cheese and a cup of coffee. So I probably will not stay there again if I do this trip again. Lesson learned. At least it wasn't really shabby. I don't know where I would stay otherwise. Probably back at the Cumberland Inn and Spa, even with having to take my things upstairs, carry them upstairs. And I must be getting sloppy because I couldn't get my left pannier totally closed. I don't want to rip the zipper on the pannier. I got to figure that packing thing out. So that's one thing I have to work on. And the other one is getting rid of this weight in the front. And then maybe I guess putting more of the clothes bags in the front and not using this blue bag, but some smaller bag or just a series of small bags. But knowing that there'll be places where I have to unpack the bike, where I can't take the bike to the room, it's nice if you just have one or two things to grab as opposed to a whole bunch of things. Those are the kind of things that I'm learning from this trip. I charged the battery all night. I mean, it turns itself off after it's charged, but I started out with 98% when I turned on the bike this morning. I don't understand that. I've got, based on the mileage from Thursday, I've got 62 miles to go, and I've got 90 right now. Or when I started, I had 98% battery. So, and this is, yeah, the towpath is really pretty flat, except when you approach a lock, then there's usually a little uphill. So that's my update on my stay in Cumberland. It is a magnificent morning. This weather is incredible. Couldn't have asked for better weather for the whole trip. And all the rain that did happen happened on Sunday. So great. One thing I hadn't considered, that I am riding east. So right now the sun's not right in my face, so it must be southeast. But occasionally I'm heading into the sun, and it really, I hate to wear sunglasses. And ironically enough, I chose to bring a pair of extra glasses, an older pair of glasses that would still work for me if I broke these, because I really can't see real well when I don't have glasses on. And I do have a pair of prescription sunglasses I keep in the car. I rarely wear them, but note to self, next time bring the sunglasses, not the extra glasses, because the sunglasses are prescription, so I could get by with them. I don't like to talk to people who are wearing sunglasses. You can't see their eyes. And one of my pet peeves is people taking pictures of other people and everybody has sunglasses on. You really can't tell who the people are. So that's something I don't do, unless forced to. Like this morning, I think the guy I met at the beginning of the trail, I volunteered to take a picture of him at the beginning of C&O, and come to think of it, he had his sunglasses on. Well, it was his picture, not my picture. This part of the trail is really nice, secluded. Unfortunately, the tree cover has increased, even though the sun is peeking through on my left. Not cold, a little bit of a chill, only because I think it's in the 50s, probably in the 60s now. But it's really, really beautiful riding weather. This is unusual in August to have this kind of weather, because sometimes we have serious heat into September. Of course, with the way the weather jumps around, that still can happen. Okay, enough blabbering. On and on. One more blabber. I'm using my derailleur gear number 7, which means I'm putting more force on the motor, therefore it's responding, and right now I'm only going 11.3, but I've been averaging really probably 13 miles per hour, and that's good. I want to get to Hancock, I'm estimating 4 o'clock, but it'd be great if I got there earlier, because it's a 4-hour drive home to Lynchburg. Okay, another lock number 72 to the lock keeper's house. And a little downhill. Okay, we've reached the Pawpaw Tunnel, and I'm gonna stop for lunch here where I had lunch, I guess it was Thursday. We're about 30 miles in, so about 30 to go, 32, somewhere thereabouts. So I stopped back a little while and put these cycling glasses over my glasses because I was getting bugs in my eyes. To do that will stop that from happening. Been pretty much able to continue 12 miles an hour, so I'm making decent time. The legs are getting tired though, so. All right, so I'm just gonna get my lunch and I'll be back later. Okay, wow, that was a walk. Just came through the Pawpaw Tunnel. It's about 6/10 of a mile, and it is not fun pushing your bike. There's some puddles in the way. You really need to have a flashlight right in front, shining down right in front of you, plus the light on or at least on mine, the light on my bike. But I'd say now that I've done this top 60 miles of the C&O Canal, the whole experience, that's the one that I was looking forward to it, but I don't think I like it. It's just really tiring to walk through there holding a heavy bike, rolling it and keeping it upright. So we're on the downside of Pawpaw now. And this is a part of the trail that's not really very pleasant either. Kind of narrow and so close to the edge there, but doable. Can't be all great, I guess, because it is pretty great. I was thinking that ended, but we still have a little ways to go up here. Ugh. 1:07 in the afternoon, so I'm doing all right. Oh, whoa, whoa. Keep me on my 4 o'clock arrival target time. I think we'll be good. Okay. Just saw a young man there when I came out of the tunnel, has ridden up from Washington. He said that he did not encounter any downed trees, so he must have gotten rid of the tree. That was a big one too, a sycamore. All right, so I discovered this, just explored this road down here, and that's what brings you up here to Bill's place, which unfortunately is closed and actually for sale. I was hoping to get some water because I'm running low. And this is where the Western Rail Trail is. So let's go up here and see. Sure, nope, that's not it. This is a parking lot. Oh, there it is over there. Perfect. So I could have come this way and bypassed that fallen tree. Although I don't see how I missed being able to come down to this end. Little Orleans. We'll see what happens up here. Okay, let's get out of boost, back into eco. On pavement. That last stretch of the C&O was really bumpy. So according to my calculations, I'm almost at 46 miles. So I have 16 miles to go. 37% of my battery. I guess if you go on the right here, it takes you down to the canal. I'd be interested to see how I missed this part of the trail. Because I got off up here a little ways thinking I was at the end. Afternoon! So this is nice and pleasant, a little open, but nice surface. And if I can keep up with 13 and 14 miles per hour, I should be in Hancock by 3:40. Don't think that's going to happen though. We'll see. Total. So there's the tunnel. So this does loop down to the C&O, so I was not crazy. And then goes for a couple miles. I missed this part though. Even being able to get up on the trail for that last little bit, it's not really worth it once you're down on the canal already. So I came down on a thing like this to get to the trail, and I went to the right. So where that is down here to the left. So here's the canal, and the fallen tree was up here, I believe. All right, well now I know how that works. I thought I'd seen signs along the towpath that said WMRT, and I wondered why they were there. But it's because this section, they share this section of the C&O. Must have been something about constructing a connection up there. So let's find a meal. We're exploring now. It's an adventure. That little section back there was not even a mile, I don't think. But then it goes on to the terminus, which I'd seen when that guy Preston, who is PP Journey on a Bike on YouTube, had a video to the end where it just stops at a big bridge and there's a block. Okay, here's a mileage post. 140. So this is just 1 mile. So yeah, the tree was down up here. So I'll have to see if he has some videos of, can you go further on the WMRT and come down to the canal before it just dead ends. Probably is. All right. So as I recall, the tree was between 139 and 138, so we're approaching 139, so we'll see. We just passed milepost 139, so that tree was up here someplace. We'll see. Might have been closer to 138. So I just passed it and didn't realize it. Here's the tree that was down. So they cut it and pushed it. A lot of good wood there. I mean, I assume sycamore wood is okay. So the mystery is solved now. And we have found the tree. So down here, there should be a turnoff back onto the WMRT. So we'll see. Here we go. Here's one of those markers, those white markers. It says mile 24 WMRT that I saw on Thursday and wondered why it was there. Now I know. We go up here a little further and we get on the WMRT the way we came on Thursday. And then although this part of the C&O is easy to ride, not like that part before, but going on a hard surface would be nice. Here's the re-entry to the WMRT. All is right with the world now. Now we're headed home, or at least in my car. Should be about, 12 miles. I think that's what it was. We are approaching Hancock and my battery just hit 0. We're at 62.8 miles, so almost 63. 5 hours and 22 minutes of riding time. All right, whew, made it. Okay. All right, made it to Hancock. Bicycle is all loaded on the car. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah. Everything that was on it is in the car, and as I was taking things off, I measured them. The main two things are the rear rack with the panniers and the blue bag in the front, and the bag that had protein bars in it. Total weight was 31.5 pounds, so I had more weight than I thought I did. Thank you very much for following me in all of these videos, and I appreciate that very much. The 4-day adventure, a total of 234 miles, 117 miles each way. So again, I appreciate your watching, and watch for more. Bye.